Another week, another book haul. So I got a lot of packages. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and as you can tell, I have another book haul for you. I was very lucky to receive a lot of packages this week, again like last week and the weeks before that, from publishers for a lot of different books, and I'm so excited to open the packages with you because I was actually a very good person and I actually never opened any of the packages, so it's going to be a surprise for me too, but kind of not really, because I put a request in for them, or I filled out a form for them, or they just sent it to me unsolicited, or things like that. So why don't we just get started right now with the first package. So the first package that we received today is actually from HarperCollins Canada, and I have a feeling that's going to be a Harlequin Presents or a Harlequin novel, because I tend to sign up a lot for the Harlequin mass mailings because I just love Harlequin so much, even though like I've taken some time and a break from it and I haven't been reading as much. So the first book that I got is actually not a Harlequin, and it's The Little Bookshop on the Sightseeing. It's French, so I actually don't know how to like correctly pronounce it, even though I am Canadian and one of the official languages in Canada is French. I did not care for French and I never learned French in grade 9 and grade 10, at least like properly. I just gave up in grade 9 and got my credit and just graduated high school. So this book has something to do with a bookshop owner and the opportunity to change her job, or like a job exchange, and going to Paris, and I guess it's about her finding herself and also falling in love as well. I'm really interested to read about this book because I love Paris and I'm actually trying to plan if I want to go to Paris for next year, so let's just see if that actually works out. So the next package that I received is one of the few packages that I actually bought myself. This is actually a pre-order during one of the Chapters Indigo romance book sales, and a lot of people actually are confused about what Chapters Indigo is, and like I don't blame you, because Canadian bookstores, am I right? So Chapters Indigo is basically the Canadian version of the American bookstore Barnes and Noble. So it's our Canada's largest bookstore, and I work with them in promoting their staff picks of the month and also their Indigo book boxes, but I'm also a frequent purchaser because I love books. So this book is a pre-order and I already know what it is because I got a shipping confirmation for it. But the book that I bought is Not the Girl You Marry by Andy Christopher, and this book I actually requested from the Penguin Random House Canada, but unfortunately they didn't have ARCs, so I had to purchase the book myself to read it at a later time. But you know what, it's totally fine because the book is gorgeous, and I got this on sale for very cheap. I think it was only like $13 off the cover price of $22 Canadian. Yes, I know Canadian prices are hugely inflated or hugely different from the American listing price, but if you guys don't know what this book is about, I think it's the female version of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days or something like that is what I heard. Lots of people think this story is very good, so I'm intrigued by it and I really want to read it. So the next package that I received is actually from Amazon, and I bought a few of the mass paperback copies from the Amazon sale again. So there was like a sale going on where the books were very cheap and I just had to get it. So I saw a couple more and I picked up some. So the book that I picked up is a historical romance called Before the Dawn by Beverly Jenkins. This is an African American romance, so I am intrigued because my friend Brie actually loves Beverly Jenkins, or at least I think she read a couple of her books and she really enjoys it. So I'm intrigued by this, and I read the plot and it sounded really cool, so then that's why I picked it up. So apparently our hero is a very ruggedy, like buff man, and he's like a manly man, and he has to seduce this girl, and they're like opposites attracts kind of romance. So I'm intrigued by how this historical fiction will go. Beverly is a well-respected historical romance author, and I'm excited to see what she has to bring to the table. So the next package that I received is actually a package from the UK. So I actually forgot that I accepted a review copy of this book, so I was very confused when I saw a copy from the UK in my mailbox. But I actually agreed to a thriller novel called Every Stolen Breath, and the line, the blurb says, "The swarm killed her father, she's next." So I guess she is trying to escape something that is going to attack her and kill her, and might I say, this cover is extremely cool. Like, as you can see, we have a main focus of a character here, but then here is a blur, so I guess she's in the middle of chaos. And then here there's like the upside down city, and it's flipped over and is bleeding out into the sky, which seems really interesting. So I'll be doing a Instagram post for this on my Instagram page, so if you haven't checked it out already, definitely give me a follow there. And I'm excited to read this book. So the next package that I received is actually from HarperCollins again, and I think this is actually like some Harlequin books. I received an email updating me that my books were going to be shipped out soon. So the 2 books that I received is actually from their Carina Press line, and I'll just adjust it so you guys can't see the glare. But the first book that I received in the series is Saint by Chantal Fernando, and then the next one is Renegade, and I believe that this is a series and it's a darker romance. So if you guys are a fan of darker romances, definitely give these a try. And this is also an MC like motorcycle romance. Now my friend Jessica and Lacey also really enjoys like MC romances involving like bikers and like gangs and like darker romance stories like that. I have a confession, I actually never read any of them before, and I don't really see like the appeal of them. But listen to this. These books are actually pretty thin, and I think I can actually get through them. And Chantal Fernando is actually another respected author for like any line. Like, she wrote a couple books for Simon Schuster, I believe, and she also wrote a couple books obviously from Carina, and she also like dabbled here and there. So I'm excited to see what she has to bring to the table as well, and I want to see if I actually fall in love and I want to read more motorcycle romances. So the next package that I received is also from my purchases from the Amazon sale. I believe these books were actually $3, so I'm excited to see what I got, or I'm excited to remember what I got. So the book that I got first is Sophie Jordan's Too Wicked to Tame, and this is a historical romance. It's a glossy finish as opposed to the mass paperback normal finishes, which is like the matte finish, which I'm totally fine with. And this is a historical romance. I've said this before, where I want to read more Sophie Jordan's works, and this is a great starting point. So this one is about a girl who has nothing but a pedigree. Like, she only has her title and she needs money, and she is trying to find a well-suited suitor, or like a suitor for herself, so that she can have money to her name. And that's when she is taken in by a very wealthy earl, and they do some stuff. Like, they have like a great time together, and I guess he seduces her or she tries to seduce him, which is always like a great romance to read. So the next romance that I picked up is Dark Warrior by Donna Fletcher. Now Donna Fletcher is an author that I've never seen before and never heard before, and this romance looks like it was printed way back in the 80s, and possibly way before, obviously way before, because I'm born in the 90s, but like way before I was born, just judging by the artwork. But it could be wrong, because I just saw the copyright date and it says 2004, and I am not born in 2004. This book is about a girl who's actually being captured by, like, she is held as a prisoner and she's being captured by our main character. I know that sounds a little bit weird with that kind of relationship, where the captive and the captor are in a relationship, and it's like this whole power play thing, and it's just really messed up. But I'm hoping that this story is not creepy and it's more romantic, and I want to see what it is, because usually historical romances like this are very dramatic and very action-packed, and I just want to see if it is exactly what I think it is. The next book that I have is Let It Snow, and it's the movie adaptation from John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. Now, this book actually came out a very, very long time ago, like a couple of years back, but recently Netflix did an adaptation of the book, and I was so lucky to be invited by a PR agency to go watch the movie screening, like an advanced movie screening at the Shangri-La Hotel in Toronto. And we got waffles, because waffles plays a great role in this book, and we got hot chocolate, we also got a beanie, and obviously we got a complimentary copy of the book. So thank you so much to the PR agency that invited me, because I really had a great time, and I actually really enjoyed this movie. So the next package that I have is from Thomas Allen and Sons, and I'm actually doing a blog tour with them, so I'm so excited to actually receive my copy of this book. So the copy that I received is, let's remove my name, Lisa, because my friend Amber sent me this book, and it's super cute. It's Dirty Letters by Vi Keeling and Penelope Ward. So this book, I believe it is the second book in their series, if not like maybe a standalone in like Hate Notes, because that's the book that they came out with last year from Montlake Romance. But I'm excited to read this book because after reading Hate Notes, I really enjoyed it, and I really like that relationship and the writing style that Vi Keeley and Penelope Ward did and write. So I want to see if this is as good as it is. I know a lot of my friends actually had this book already and they read it and they probably reviewed it, but I didn't have the time to read the reviews or watch the reviews. It'd be nice to walk into this without biases and I can just see it for myself to see if it's good. So the last package that I received is from Harlequin, and I know I said this before, but I'm pretty sure these are the Harlequin like special editions or like the little mass paperback books that I always have. So the last haul that I did, these books might look similar, and something must have happened with the order form or something must have happened with Harlequin. But they sent me duplicate copies from the books from my last haul. So the first book that I received is A Wyoming Christmas to Remember by Melissa Stone. It's a special edition from Harlequin. Then I got A Love-Inspired Suspense, Soldier's Christmas Secrets by Laura Scott. Then I have Macy Yates' novel, Rancher's Wild Secret. And then I also got the book that I was super excited for called Holiday by Candlelight. And now that I'm thinking about it, it's not all the same, but there are similar titles. So I'm wondering if it was just like a different order form with the same books, but with something different. And maybe that's why I probably submitted another form. But regardless, this is the book that's actually different from all the other books that I received in my last haul. And I have duplicates of 3 books, which I probably will most likely either donate to a thrift shop or host another giveaway that I like to do now on my Instagram where I ship it to anybody who is a resident of Canada. Sorry, shipping's just really expensive and I can't afford that lifestyle. So these books will probably go on giveaway, or these books I might just have to give it to a friend who is interested in reading Harlequin and who don't want to necessarily purchase it first because they just want to give it a try. But anyways, that is the end of my book haul. So thank you for watching and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I just wanted to give an update that for like the upcoming months, I probably won't be buying too many books. At least I'm going to hold myself accountable and give myself a budget, and that budget is strictly used for books, and then anything else like I can't say yes to. Like I can't buy extra books just because I'm feeling sad or just like I'm feeling bad about myself, because really I do have a lot of books and I do realize that every single week I always put out a book haul and it just looks like I'm accumulating books just because I can, and it's just it's bad for me too. Like there's like a lot of books that I haven't read yet and I can't give the spotlight and attention to either on my Instagram pages and social media pages and even like just my attention span because I have other books to get to and it's just very overwhelming. So I'm going to hold back on buying books just so I can at least keep that number down, keep the money in my bank account up. And but I'm thankful because like most of these books do come from publishers and they were kind enough to send me copies, and I'm going to do a better job at promoting these books and these titles and working out plans to review them as well. But anyways, I'll see you guys again until my next video. Bye. Can't let you go. I can't let you go. Betcha. 우리는 명절 밤 걸어겠죠.